Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me. Thanks for
thanks
bringing me on your show, bro.
Exactly. First one ever. I'm excited
That's
for
cool. You know, I love to do this kind of stuff because, everybody starts off somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I'm glad to be a part of the first one.
Yeah.
Because people that have good vision, people that have good souls, good spirit, they're going to end up doing good, and you're going to end up being successful in whatever way that manifests. And I think a lot of the times we think that we're just getting together to talk about whatever it is, and it turns into be something more down the road right now, whatever.
Start talking about life.
But it's about showing up. It's about being present. It's about chasing those dreams. I think that's kind of, from my perspective, of really what this brand and what you're kind of talking about is being your individual self.
Exactly.
And not being afraid. That's the undividedness of like, we all are our own selves. We all have our own dreams. We all have our own purpose here. We all are really sent here for something special.
Yeah.
It's our job to find that, tap into that,
Yep.
and then go for it. Like, I think it's Gary Vee talked about it. He's like, once you find what you're good at and you like it, dude, just pinpoint that and just give every ounce of energy and thought that you can. And I think one of the biggest things that I've been experiencing, and I think a lot of people experience it, what I've even kind of noticed on Gary Vee's thing, because I like to follow along with him and other inspirational people, is the main question is like, how do we continue to keep this mentality and this drive towards our passion when we have to pay bills? Once we get, out of your parents' house and into this real world, and you have to, really actually do stuff to just pay bills, like, how do you, like, still feel like you're an actual artist? If you don't make money doing it yet.
Exactly. You're still living the life that you're trying to live. And the message that you're trying to put out.
And it's like, dude, I know there's so many people out there. It's like, just because you're at that job and doing something, find a way to relate that into how you can turn those situations and obstacles into motivational and ideas for what you want to do for you, because only you is going to keep you where you are forever if that's how you want it to be. That's how you think. You know what I mean? Like, I think you told me you do some construction. I do the same as well. And you could look at it as fucking putting up drywall or laying floors or doing this or doing that. Or you could kind of pay attention to the psyche and the way that you feel and what you're doing and the things that people around you are saying and how they feel and analyzing all that, and then making that into something, a piece of art and something.
Every day is a new
lesson.
Exactly.
It's how we just kind of talked about that briefly. It's really how you analyze the world. Everything is perception. I'm a true fucking believer in that. Like,
I totally agree with you.
Dude, like, there's so many people in this world that have so much less than a lot of us do, and they're a lot happier. They're a lot more grateful. And that's a practice. That's its own art. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a skill to master.
So much respect for people that, like, there's so many people that work harder than I do, that train harder, that have more holding them down than they do, and still feel better than I do. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
That's why when I do what I do, which is make music, I just want to be happy, and I want to make people feel happy. That's like,
which
for
I
me,
think you definitely do with your
Thank
music.
you. Yeah, that's like my, like, I'm working on branding. I'm like this 8-page branding thing. I'm working on with my guy Big Lou right now, and we're kind of really honing in this K-Rizz as a brand, and just really asking yourself, what are you best at? What is your purpose? What do you want to master in life? You know what I mean? And for me, it's just like, I feel that I'm gifted with connecting with people. I can walk into, I was like this in high school too. Like, I could be friends with a lot of people, and I was friends with a lot of people.
Right, yeah.
With the skaters, with the jocks,
Same.
the stoners.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, with the track kids, with the football kids, with the wrestlers.
With the teachers. Exactly.
And I think that's power, bro. Like,
I
really do. I might, not be as financially or whatever successful as some of these other people that I met along that way. But the impact that you create on people is priceless. Cliche as hell, but it's so true.
No, it definitely is. Always will be too.
We were talking about the conscious life stuff and just realizing how much every little thing matters, and you'd be so surprised. Working down at Vibes Up with the family, and having people come in. I would just work and talking about energy, talking about mostly what I talk about in Vibes Up, which I really like to emphasize here is living with intention.
Yeah, every day.
It's the biggest thing that I could recommend for anybody. Right now, I got on the clarity bracelet. I'm trying to find more clarity in the brand and what I'm in arrowing in and harnessing everything into really something solid to just kind of stick to and be easier to market.
Right.
But it's setting an intention and telling people because we have all these bracelets in here. All these bracelets have a patented liquid crystal formula with essential oil blends. Different essential oils have different remedies, as well as different gemstones have different properties and remedies and things that they're known to assist in.
Right.
Now, there's a big misconception that people have when they go into a crystal shop, that this fucking crystal ball has the answer, okay? And that this bracelet and that this gemstone's known for this, so it's going to assist, in a sense, heal me and my soul and my spirit. Mm-hmm. And I really believe, and how I really like to get this out into people when they come in. We have this vibe checkup that you feel these pieces and you'll turn them around and they'll say different themes that they're labeled for. But I just tell these people, if you get abundance and you get this abundance bracelet, that doesn't just mean all of a sudden you're going to walk out and there's $10 more in your account. No, you're going to have less money because if you bought the bracelet.
Yeah,
okay?
Honestly.
And you probably will go to work and there's not going to be a slip that says you got a raise.
Yeah.
For one, that ain't abundance. Abundance doesn't really necessarily all of abundance
so
isn't just
things.
money.
Yeah.
Money.
It's just related to money so common because of the era that
money
we
is so
live in
common,
now.
and you know what? Here's another fun thing. We'll kind of get off track, and I'll come right back on.
Yeah.
But money is looked at for people that don't have it as a negative thing. Mm-hmm. That needs to switch.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you're not putting the right energy. If you think
that.
people that have money are pricks, and that everyone that has money is a certain way,
yeah.
you're blocking yourself from people that have
Exactly
money and opportunities and an energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's an energy.
Exactly.
Right? Around abundance.
Exactly.
If you've been around a lot of wealthy people, you feel different.
Mm-hmm.
You talk different, you act different, and not necessarily like you're a different person, but you feel that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The conversation is a little different. And so people need to change their perception of money, bro. Of money, is this evil thing, and money corrupts and all this stuff. Like, money's opportunity.
It is.
Money
definitely.
can buy you and help people out.
And what you say
if it's using the correct, and it's used as a great. Everything's a tool, right? Mm-hmm. You can use it as this tool in the right way. You can do so many beautiful things with money. I was talking to my brother the other day. Look at Akon, bro. I think that fool's about to build his own city. But more important than that, Africa, parts of Africa have lights and stuff.
He's powered
so
like 27 million homes or something like that down in Africa.
Unreal.
That's insane.
That's leaving behind something more than what you came with,
mm-hmm.
right? And that's our purpose.
I was listening to a podcast when he went to get the loan to do that sort of thing, and he had multiple people reject what he was trying to do, and he's like, no, I can do this. And that was however many years ago, and then looking to now, he's completely accomplished that, and he's already on the way towards building his city and actually helping people with the money that he has. It's
really inspiring.
Oh, definitely.
And it's a great way to show you how money isn't always evil. Mm-hmm. That was my rant on money. Back to intention. Let's say you get, what's my other favorite one? Most important one. Love.
Love.
People come in for this love.
So like it says on your shirt.
Love bracelet, right?
Right.
It's like, and it kind of bothers me in a sense of why I understand people feel this way about some of these crystal and gemstone stores and this conscious way of thinking and all this, mm-hmm. what people might think of hippie or whatever. Mm-hmm. Snake oil. Call it what you want, bro. Call it what you want. Blessings and love.
Oh, yeah.
Love is funny because the most important thing and I think the most moving thing is love. Mm-hmm. Most importantly, it's self-love. You're not going to really find what you love to do, mm-hmm. who you want to love, how you want to love until you figure that out with yourself and who you are and how to love yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But I tell people, I go, if you get this love bracelet, doesn't mean Prince Charming's coming over, riding her off the fucking horse and grabbing you up and slaying you, right?
Yeah.
I would have a line all the way through the city if I was selling real love, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an intention.
Uh-huh.
There's clarity, there's abundance, there's courage, confidence, releasing fear. Mm-hmm. And these are an everyday practice. It's a state of being. It's a state of mind. It's a way of living. It's an actual real thing. And I just, you know, like The Secret has what they call the gratitude rock. If you ever read or watched The Secret, book about intention, and a lot of people I saw it was misunderstanding because it talks about manifesting, and you're thinking on your couch, and I want to be famous, and I want to be rich, and I want to save the world. I'm gonna change the world.
It's not just not that easy though. It's constant. It's a daily.
Hello.
Thing. Exactly. Right.
If you aren't moving, if you aren't changing, nothing else is changing around you. You are that change. It's through you. You know what I mean? And so in that turn, it has to be a way that you live and the way that you think. You have to create all this on your own. It's like magic.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do it within yourself before
within yourself.
You start getting it on the outside.
In order to change things around you, you must change this person. You know, we become our surroundings. We become what we listen to, what we watch, what we eat. Everything that we consume. Not just nutritional-wise, but information-wise.
Oh, yeah.
And so, going back, it's like you have to be conscious of what you're doing, and what you're listening to, who you're talking to, what you're doing. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, it's fun, dude. I really do. I think that's one of my biggest passions. It's something that, I'm just going to skip ahead. One of your questions was into what brought me, how I found my purpose of music. And that's really how it kind of came for me, was really doing a lot of self-work. You know what I mean? Heartbreaks and just making mistakes.
Soul work.
After mistakes, soul work. That's why I created a project called Soul Work. If you haven't, go check it out. But it's really, you know, I found my passion for music and like kind of just my passion for life, and like realizing the power that we have within ourselves. And when you realize that and see that within yourself and your people you love, it's so magnifying and it's so powerful. It makes you want to just cry thinking about it.
Oh yeah, it doesn't.
if it doesn't, and it's something that I just go, I have to get this message. I have to find a way to release this feeling to people. You know what I mean? And that is what music is. It's just kind of sharing your emotion and your feeling with the world, because there's somebody out there that feels that exact same way, and maybe there's somebody that feels a little lower, and you can bring them up. You know what I mean? Like, hey, dude,
exactly.
Come up and check out the view from this angle.
Right.
Like, it's beautiful. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I really found my passion for music. I've always done music. I grew up, I kind of told you, I didn't necessarily grow up like Mac Miller fucking rapping and getting down.
4 years old.
Yeah, dude. Like, I wish I had documentaries of me doing that and been like, yo, check out Rizz since he was a little youngster. That's not how it really was for me. Like, I've always just been sociable. I've always been loving. I've always been kind. I grew up, born and raised in Reno. One of the most loving families, the most loving family you'd ever meet. I mean, every aunt, uncle, grandmother, grandfather. I mean, I was so blessed with the most beautiful family, and I you know, that's all the credit due to my family for where I've kind of my perception, I think, because that's how it happens.
And I've met your mom too. She really is. She's such an amazing person.
Oh, she's an angel. My mom is an angel. I'm telling you, my sisters are angels.
Oh,
yeah. So she runs the store. I run the store. My lady runs the store. It's just this whole. There's so many beautiful people that have just kind of woven themselves into this masterpiece.
Right.
And you know, again, people walk into Vibes Up and they might something. Well, is it any weed in here? Or like, what are you guys doing? What kind of shit are you selling me? And like, some people came in the other day. She's like, I don't believe in any crystals. I don't believe in gemstones. I don't do any of this. And that's when I broke it down to her. I was like, well, do you believe in yourself?
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's the
because if you think that I'm just gonna sell you this, telling you that this is gonna help you, just this bracelet that's costs $9.99. You got me fucked up.
Right.
We gotta go sit on a transformation station and have a talk about what is going on here.
Yeah.
Deep. You know what I mean? And I think that's what people need to understand too. And not everybody. I'm just saying that's what it's very important. You know, it's a big passion of mine, of really showing people their purpose, letting people show themselves their purpose, and like how beautiful we are all orchestrated, just in the sense of, for one, how beautifully our body for somehow just functions, and the way we tear it apart endlessly, and that thing just keeps going and pumping blood, and you're like, what?
Immune system and everything.
Everything.
Just naturally.
In this symbiotic way. Like, come on, bro. Be grateful for that, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
You woke up breathing.
Straight up. Like, straight up. One of my favorite sayings that I tell people is, best day of my life. How you doing today? Best day of my life.
And exactly, what you put out is what you get in. You know, you'll find that the people that you talk to, that you're like, how you doing, man? And they're like, oh, I'm all right, but I'm doing pretty good. And you'll see their body language change. And that, if they say that all the time,
body
that's what
language
they
is
become.
so much. Cops study body language to even see when you're lying. The way you look, the way you act, the way you talk.
Oh, yeah, dude, I grew up with
tones,
cops in my family.
Tones,
so.
pitches.
Exactly.
Every little thing, dude.
Finger twitches.
It's actually pretty fascinating to look into.
Oh, yeah. No, it truly is.
Yeah.
I was kind of taught a lot about it growing up because my uncle, my mom's brother, was a cop. So she knew all the ways around it, obviously, her brother being a cop, and just kind of learning about, like you said, like body language and stuff like that, and the things, the way that people's tone changes when they start talking about something, or where their eyes go when they start talking about something, or if their hand starts twitching. They're like, there's so many different cues and things, and it especially like, even not on a note of whether like somebody's lying or not, you can see people's body language change by the way that they talk about themselves. Like, every time I see you, you're like, I'm doing fucking fantastic, man. And like, you just light up. Like, you're like a light every single time.
I love that.
And it's exactly like, if you are constantly just telling yourself, like, yes, I am fantastic, I'm having the best day ever, then that's what you're gonna have.
Correct. I talked to an 80-year-old man who told me, my friends call me a liar and la-ti-da because I tell them good and getting better. Hey, hey Steve, how you doing? Oh, I'm fine. Good and getting better. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, come on, my hip, my back, all this stuff. And he goes, you know what? Even if, for what they say, maybe if I am lying to myself, it's still a conscious decision that I'm making to tell myself that I'm always getting better. Because then I'm going to, at some point, feel that way. Yeah. It's tricking your mind, in a sense, is how he kind of said it. Sometimes you have to trick yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, definitely. Especially
it's very powerful.
It is, really, yeah.
The way of thinking, it's so powerful on this positive thing, and especially right now, with the separation that's happening, and just with a lot of, I don't know, I guess there's just a lot of stuff, I don't know. It's, again, what you pay attention to. I try to leave stuff in kind of not pay attention to a lot of the negative, obviously, but it's so far in your face a lot of the times that it has to honestly be a conscious decision to not pay attention to it. Some, what is that? So, I don't know the word I'm trying to think, but sometimes I just don't even want to think about it. Ignorance is bliss. And that, you know what I mean? Like, it's...
Exactly. Yeah.
So, anyways,
so kind of along those lines, what do you think has been like your biggest challenge to overcome in your musical career so far, or even in life, if you want?
Biggest challenge to overcome in life and in my music is self-judgment.
Right.
Is I have so much stuff in here that my brother, my mom, my people just want to kill me because I hold on to things.
Yeah.
I'm a perfectionist. I don't want people to, I just want it to be a certain way or this or that, and I'm really trying to just get more in synchronicity with what is and not trying to perfect everything too much. And I just think that's a big artist. That's that kind of just as an artist and as a creator, it's the scariest thing for me for people not to like what I do. For people not to like my music, people not to think I'm this or that. So it's definitely always has been like a self-judgment and a fear of rejection, and just judgment from people. And it's so funny because a lot of the times where I feel someone feels a certain way about me or doesn't like my music or something like that, like I work this scenario into my mind, and then I meet them or I talk to them,
and it's nothing.
And
like
it's
that.
completely different.
Right.
And so I'm trying to just work on that, and just that's been my biggest struggle with music is just knocking myself, just not being as open with the free flow of everything, and like just letting it kind of just come out, because sometimes it might not, even though it doesn't have to be on the record, you need to get it out. You know?
Definitely.
And practice what you preach, Chris. Like, I talk to these people a lot of the times, and I tell them, like, for the throat chakra, a lot of us have, like, blocked our throat chakra and shut that off, which is our communication and our self-expression, the most important things. You were given this voice for a reason, right? Yeah. And a lot of it's from, you know, maybe past life traumas, but a lot of it, I think, is from early life traumas, from when you were a kid, growing up as a kid. You know, if your parents would always tell you to shut up, or if you had said something really embarrassing at one point, or you messed up a play, or you did something and like it just like tore you apart, and you like felt like you could die right there.
Yeah, you never want to go back.
You never want to go back to that feeling and that emotion and that state that you were in, and so you just kind of become quiet, introverted. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with introverts. I freaking love those people, man. So heartfelt. Exactly, oh my God, those guys, man.
When they do talk, they got so much to talk about.
And that's what I'm saying. You know, that's kind of like, again, you know, don't judge a book by its cover. But at the same sense of what I was kind of telling you, like, maybe they just weren't talking to her, that you were sitting there looking, and it's like, dude, that person always looks, man, what do they call it, the resting bitch face, right? Yeah. And you're like, damn, that chick looks hell angry, you know? And then you go talk to her, she's the sweetest person.
The nicest person you've ever met. Yeah.
Self-judgment.
Yep.
It's what distracts, I think, a lot of art from becoming known. A lot of artists from becoming known.
Right.
And, you know, actually a pretty good example of, I think, someone that is pretty good with showing that off thing is Tyler, the Creator. Who just won his Grammy, and it's like, you know, I'm not the biggest Tyler, the Creator musical fan, but like, I love how he is not afraid of these things, and I know he is. No, but definitely. How he conquers those things, and puts himself in these weird positions, and makes himself the outcast in a sense. Maybe that's why he got his Grammy, and why he stood out so much, and why he's Tyler, the Creator. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, for me as a person, as an individual, and as an artist, they're really just the same thing. It's that self-judgment. It's that over-critiquing and kind of trying to make something maybe what it's not.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of my favorite songs and stuff are ones that I haven't released. They're like rough, and they're like
rough.
Yeah, for me. And for people, that's like what they need to hear, and they're raw. So
nobody's harder on you than yourself.
That's it. You need to get in that process of like thinking of it as more of like a medicine, and being like, Chris, this can help even just one person. Get it out there. You know what I mean? Like, bro, come on, stop holding on to the cure in a sense.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't have the cure for everybody, but you know what I mean? Like, I might have it for one person for that day, for that second. That's it. And if I can help that person for that 1 second, and then the next second I'm gone, I'm down with that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's powerful shit, but I'm down for that, because that's how I think we should be looking at this. Nipsey Hussle, Mac Miller, Kobe Bryant, all these so powerful people within 1 second. At 11:59, they were here, and at 12 o'clock, they were gone.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so everything up to that moment, which could be now.
Any second. Oh, yeah.
Meteor could have come out of the fucking sky right now, come into One Times Hot Productions, K-Rizz studio, Gabe in here, and we're like, boom, gone.
Toast. Video
doesn't get out. Sorry, guys. So that's my rant for that.
You kind of touched on it a little bit, talking about how even if you can help one person, then it's worth it. Yeah. So would you say that that's what your passion, like that's where you find your passion in music is?
Yeah.
Is just being able to help anybody, and even if it's just a single person.
Yeah. I look at it,
which is such a beautiful thing. I think, like, I really, which is why I like your music so much, and I've even told you before, like, your music has helped me through so many different situations, whether it be like happy or sad or like whatever type of situation. Like, I throw some of your tracks on, and it's like I can feel your vibrations through the words that you're saying and stuff like that. And I think you have such a powerful and individual voice. Yeah. That like anytime I hear anything you say or sing about, I'm all about it.
I love that.
Thank you. I love it.
Thank you.
Every song that you've put out, bro, Thank you. And
it's a reflection of who I am and what I've been through and how I feel. You know what I mean? And
And I see that too.
And I just, again, I try to keep it light. You know, some of those tracks that I was talking about, it might not be the lightest, but again, someone needs to hear them. And they're going to get out. Don't y'all worry. I'm on that workflow for this, not just this new 2020, but in general. Like, that's kind of where things are leading for me. And I've seen it happen with a lot of big artists. Like, we, you know, we'll know somebody from a specific record, and then we expect them to be that person. We were talking about that with Robin Williams, and who was the other one we were talking? Chris Farley.
Yeah.
You know, and that's, I think, what kind of is a crutch and kind of hurts sometimes for people, is because, you know, just because you hear and somebody is that thing, that one big major one hit, that doesn't just mean that's what evolves around them the entire time. That's not who they might be, you know, under the surface. You know what I mean?
Could have just been that particular moment.
Yeah, so I'm really trying to get under the surface, and where I was going with that is, like, you'll see some of these artists will make it, and then they'll make another album that's more what they want to do, and you're like, what the fuck was that, bro?
Yeah.
What? You know what I mean?
Dude, like, so you don't listen to much electronic music, but
No,
there was
I don't.
actually... So
Respect it, though.
There was this artist, Getter, who's fucking all kinds of heavy dubstep and stuff like that, and just, like, crazy, super heavy stuff. And then he had I can't think of what the tour name was, but on his last tour, it's gonna kill me that I can't think of that word now. But anyway, a lot of his music that he released, he was in a whole album of just, like, sad kind of melodic music.
Yeah.
And, like, he cut the tour off early because of the response that he was getting from people in his crowd.
Yeah.
Like, people didn't like it at all, and they were pissed that he wasn't releasing the music that he was before.
Yeah.
And his expression was that, like, this is where I'm at now.
Yeah.
And this is, like, the feelings that I'm having, and this is what the type of music that I'm making. And, like, cut his tour, dude. He cut it off early.
It hurts for some
people. And, like, so many people in
everybody.
the comments, though, that, like, actually enjoy him as a person and understand the situation that he was going on, were like, you got this, bro, and just so many positive comments. And he brought it back and fucking finished up the tour. And yeah, exactly. But it was crazy to see the response that he got from so many people, like people that say they love his music. And for him to put out something that was just what he happened to be feeling that point in time.
They loved a feeling connected to it, or they loved a persona around it, or, you know.
Yeah.
People want to make it what they want it to be, which is why art and music and all that expression is so cool.
Yeah.
You know, just released the My Type music video. Maddie B Films killed it. Charlie Botero killed it.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to those guys. But this really, it was so much more than this music video. This thing was like years of just things happening the way they did. Sometimes things happen so other things can happen. One of my favorite sayings. And, you know, I wanted this video so long ago, bro, and it, like, came out, and we kept it, like, this, like, shadowy, euphoric, dark, sexy, elegant, mysterious.
Which I thought, I've listened to that song for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Well, definitely, probably actually my favorite song.
A lot of people love that one.
But the video, I thought, just captured such a vibe.
Yeah.
That, like...
It was for you to perceive.
That's exactly
what I was like, gonna say. Everybody will look at that and feel different.
Oh, yeah.
And think different things and catch different things. And that's what I love about
Oh, yeah. That. And it's such a beautiful thing to capture that. Well, because I, like, analyze videography and photography in that sort of sense, is, like, when people, they're obviously pushing a message, like, this is what they want the viewer to see, compared to, like, you making that video where it's more so the viewer's discretion as per what they perceive of it.
I love it.
And it's such a, it just adds such a variety to it and changes it so much.
Changes the song's feeling. It changes it. It becomes kind of this, like you said, just like your interpretation of what it is. And I love art like that, bro. I love creating things like that. And things like that really don't lead to a bad road. I don't think you can listen to My Type and be like, oh my god. No, like, this is sad. Like, I feel like, you know, there's still, you know, I don't know. I want people to feel happy again, bro. Like, that is my mission here on planet Earth, is to just make people feel better and make people feel like accepted and accept themselves, and it's okay if you don't know yet or you can't accept yourself. Like, I haven't either, bro. You haven't either. We're all on that journey. Every
journey
single
is
day.
the destination.
That's it. The journey is the destination, brother.
Exactly.
It's the most beautiful part. And I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to talk about that on this little thing. It's like I was talking to a friend today, and I think that's one of the biggest parts for an artist. One of the best pieces of advice that I could give is, you know, like we all do want to be successful and to make a living off of what we love. That is the American dream. That is an artist dream. How everybody else's dream. Like that is it. Like we want to be able to whatever that could be.
Right.
Ride dirt bikes. We could go on. And what I'm trying to kind of teach myself recently, because people are like, yo, when you gonna blow up? Yo, you should be popping. Like, why aren't you being played here? Why isn't your music here? Like, man, like when you get there, like when you're famous or whenever this, and like constantly.
Oh yeah.
And you know, it's kind of like, you know what, like, and I had this talk with my moms and stuff, and I was like, dude, you did it. You're there. You've done it. You're successful. You've made it, Chris. Like, and I do believe that. You know, like obviously, the mission for me, it's starting to become not more of a business, but I'm looking at a business mindset because you know my passion is to help people and to get a positive message out there and to lighten things up. And the best way I can do that is by broadening my audience. So yes, I want to go big. I want to be known by the masses. Yeah. Because I have a good message. Because I want it to get to everybody.
Exactly.
But dude, I've changed some people's lives. I have people in my life. Yeah, you know, just you tell me. It's gotten you through things. Yeah. I have some people that have it's gotten them through some serious stuff. Their parents have contacted me. I've gone to their birthdays. I've become a part of the family for these people. And they've become my like musical journey family. Like when you do what you love and you follow your passion, you'd be so surprised of the people and the things that you create into your life. And that's it. That's like the biggest part of advice I gave this girl was like, really learn to love every second and realize that every second is it. You know, even when you're at your job, if you're down because you're not in the studio, you're going to put off that energy. But if you're happy and you're in the moment, you're being present as you can and working with that, you never know who's going to walk in, who you're talking to, who they know, what's going on there. You know what I mean? So it's every second counts, man. Every little second counts. And really trying to be conscious about that, I think, is the most important thing that we can do as people, as creators, as artists, as human beings, is realizing that every second counts. It's such a big purpose. Everything has a meaning behind it. That's where, like, the bracelets, going back to the bracelets, that's where that kind of is fun. It's like, you could think of this as a green adventuring bracelet that's going to help you with abundance. Or you could think of it as a stupid bracelet. You could think of it as just a piece of string with a couple rocks onto it. Right. Back to the gratitude rock on The Secret. It's a gratitude rock is something you put in your pocket every day. You tell yourself 3 things that you're grateful for. When you go back home that night, you put it back on the dresser. 3 things that you're grateful for. It's a constant everyday reminder. It's just teaching you gratitude. It's rewiring. I don't know this. I'm not a scientist, but they're saying that gratitude scientifically is proven to help the mind be more happy and all these things. I believe it.
Even just smiling.
Not a nerd in that sense, but
if you just
smiling.
Like if you literally...
That works.
No, it really does.
I've done that.
Everything in your body, everything in your subconscious is like, we're smiling, so I guess everything's all right.
Yes.
Like, just smile more often.
Walk
through the store.
Often. If there's anything you get out of this,
smile more
often. In your car, in the shower.
Everywhere.
If your lady, if your man's pissing you off and you're fighting, going after it, start smiling at him. Be like, hey. That probably made you feel good right there.
It made me feel good.
Give him a big smile, bro. See what I'm saying? If you smile, you're contagious. Love is contagious. That energy's contagious. Love always wins, bro.
Exactly. And we're all just, like, everybody's going through their own shit. And we're all just here trying to learn and do our best, you know?
My brother's in there. He's probably going to start being hella loud. He's probably going to walk in here. Yo, hey, Jay. Okay, cool. Because he's probably going to come in and interrupt. But
it's okay. We'll like him. We'll give him a good smile.
I love him. He's loving. He's kind. You know what I mean? Yeah. And everyone, so smile more often. That's big
Definitely.
key factor of taking away from if you even get to this point. And if you didn't, then you might have not.
You should have.
Or you weren't meant to, I guess, get that message at that time. But thanks for watching us up until this point. You're a blessing. We love you.
Much appreciation.
What else
definitely.
we got,
Dude,
bro?
So you just released your song, Ridin'. First release of 2020.
Yeah.
Fucking loved that song, too. Tell me a little bit about why you wrote that song. Like, just...
Ridin's going back to my roots. I grew up hip-hop. I grew up in the studio with all my brothers, Light 'em Up music and Lighten through artistic expression.
Which are amazing. Check them out on SoundCloud, Light 'em Up.
We were a bunch of homies playing football growing up. My brother made the studio with closet doors. He took out all the 4 closet doors from our 2 bedrooms, wired them with a metal coat hanger that he unraveled, and wired it to little hooks in the ceiling, and made this like L to make it this room.
Right there.
It was his smoke room at a time. He moved out of the house. It became my smoke room, and then it became the studio because I had all the homies that wanted to rap. And I was like, I want to rap.
Yeah.
Right?
I want to get in on
So we had this thing called Freestyle Fridays. And we'd get down, and no matter what beat came on, you had to murder that beat. You couldn't say no to it, and you'd just go around for hours, bro. And I didn't have PAs, I didn't have nothing. We just had my dad's surround sound system. Eventually, he couldn't take that. My little sister couldn't sleep, so we ended up building an enclosed studio in the house. Thank you, Dad. And so really, man, Ridin', like I as all my boys and kind of us moved away and grew older, like we never really grew apart, but we had to move away from each other, and that's when I really dove in and found myself and found my style, which was kind of this more, Caribbean style vibe, like I love and digging the vibe and just stuff like that. But I always and forever will have that grit side to me and that hip hop influence. Grew up listening to 50 Cent and the Magic Stick, like with the first Walkmans when they came out. I thought I was sick because I could actually run with it and it wouldn't skip. And so Ridin', because I can be deep as you want to go and I'll talk forever about this stuff. Ridin' was really just, I heard that beat and it was actually a Mac Miller style beat, and Mac had just passed, and I'm always open. I'm an open channel, bro, so I'm always here for all the beautiful spirits. I feel like I spend a lot of time with Bob. I feel like I spend a lot of time with my sister. And I feel like you can even call in certain spirits sometimes, just intentionally.
Most definitely. I fucking talk about that all the time.
Yeah, I talk to my sister all the time.
Totally fucking
my grandmother. You just have to be open to that and accept it and believe in it. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, I kind of called in Mac on that when I said, Mac, yo, bro, like, want to pay some homage on this and like just bring back his Sly Park, like. This like really dope vibey boom bap hip hop 90s like Mac Miller when I was in high school growing up feel, and that's kind of really actually what it became for me for that song, and I just loved it. The lyrics on that second verse, a penny picker. So I like to keep optimistic. If I ever see pennies on the ground, I make my wish, I pick them up, right? So it's
the same thing.
A penny picker, a vision proper, sick like a fever, believe I think I need a doctor. Life is more than what you see, trying to look underneath what's been sneaking through the cracks, who's been planting the seeds. We all drying up the well, got too many needs, started clogging up the mind, lost what life really means. Trying to catch a spell on the world, I hope we all find peace. Come together, never settle, out here chasing our dreams. Let's get it.
And I'll key that song into, I'll drop it down here in the description or something, because either way, you got to check out all of this guy's music.
Vision proper,
every
sick
bit
like
of
a
it.
fever, believe I think I need a doctor. Life is more than what it seems, trying to look underneath.
The way you use words, I swear to God, sometimes it just talks to the soul.
That's what I want it to do.
Exactly, it does.
I don't want it to talk to your ego.
Oh no, fuck that.
I don't want to fucking feed your ego, bro. We're all fucking dope. Let's not forget that. But like. It's soul work. Like, let's really dig down and find out who you are. And, like, that's why I like to keep my music, like, it's soul. It's music for the soul. As my mom always kind of tells me, like, Chris, your music is music for the soul.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm really trying to instinct and really make that known.
Which I think has been, so, I've been to quite a few of your shows, and it's literally, like, I was telling one of my friends the other day, I was like, at the Make 'Em Smile thing, literally his music just reaches out and like touches your soul, you know. You just get happy, you just feel those vibes, and
I love that.
It's just such a beautiful thing to experience.
Thank you for receiving, because you have to be open to receive.
Exactly, definitely.
You know, I'm sure some people at that show might not felt that way.
All the people in the back that were just sitting at the bar, fuck those people. Not really. We like them still.
No, a lot of those are the homies, and they've heard my shit bang all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And they came up to me. Everybody in that place, actually, it's one of my favorite shows I've ever done. It's a big turnout. Thank you to everybody that came to make him smile.
Dude, that was actually that was the 5th annual, right?
5th annual. So I started the Make Him Smile Foundation 5 years ago. And it's just something to kind of use your gift and share it with the world to help people for the better. You know what I mean? And that's just such a cool thing for me. I love that. It's something that I told myself I'm always going to do.
Yeah.
When I, get this music to the masses and I got a lot of big shows going on, I want to always make this the biggest.
Right.
I want this always to be my hometown big show, and I want to bring it always back to the city. I'm always down to, like, this year I'm thinking about expanding and like doing a lot of other cool stuff, like the spring cleanup for the river and stuff, and like Make 'Em Smile is so broad. My sister passed away from cancer when she was 5, and my family got to go from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I just saw pictures the other day, which is crazy, brought back some crazy emotions, but I even would like to, in a way, kind of make it that big. I want to make it to where like I could go to hospitals and go make a company where we can go to people that aren't as fortunate and they're maybe sick and ill, deathly ill, and bring them a smile.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
I think you're already on that road,
yeah,
too.
and finding a way to, besides the music, like in a physical interaction with people, and like one of my big ideas is like creating this cool event that's kind of like a Tough Mudder, but it's like all these fun games and speakers and things like this that people can come to, and it's it's the Make 'Em Smile Foundation. It's
idea.
Make 'Em Smile. So Make 'Em Smile as a 5-year big turnout, man. So many cool big ideas for that.
Oh yeah.
And if anybody takes that idea, like, good for you. You can do good with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
if I don't get to that, somebody watching, I hope you do.
And I'm sure that you will get to that, though.
I will, in my own sense, and I hope somebody...
We're already there.
I hope that sparks something in somebody's mind out there. And goes, I want to do something like that, too. There's not going to be... You can never have too many smiles out there, bro.
No, definitely not.
You can't have enough awesome companies like yourself and clothing lines, that are preaching this individuality and love and connection and unity and accepting people for who they are and really working on that.
It's definitely it's such a time for it too. I feel like we were talking about earlier, there's this mad awakening going around, and you were talking about even like 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago you guys were talking about it, and it's just with an idea so big, like we got to start small, like this right here, and getting this message out and just sitting here talking like we are. Like, this is the stuff that's going to inspire other people, and just any sort of wave you can make is still, like, a ripple's a wave, regardless
of how big it is. That's it, bro. That's it. And you never know who it's going to hit, who's going to get that wave, you know what I mean?
Right.
And that's, I don't know. Again, that's why I think we're all here, is to kind of help each other, to enlighten each other, share ideas, emotions, expressions.
Completely.
That's why good friends are good friends. That's what they're there for. You know what I mean? Just an ear, or a good piece of advice, or someone, whatever. Like, people. I think big thing is people let ego take them over. People let greed and money and ego, I think, are just.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
It's especially in today's day and age with, like, well, obviously a big thing is like how money. Yeah. The persona that we've put upon money, like it is just a tool.
Yes.
But like we've made it like this evil thing where it's like people who don't have money are fucking, they hate it, and it's just
You peasant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Right.
Crazy.
All right, a couple more questions here. I think so. We've talked a lot about a lot of your music. You know what my favorite song is. What's your favorite song that you've written?
Ooh. My favorite song I've ever written, I was thinking about it today when I was pulling away from Save Mart.
Save Mart?
Save Mart is Closer.
Oh!
I haven't even released that one, like, really fully released that on iTunes and Spotify, and I should just slap myself for that one.
I know every word to that song.
Yeah.
Dude, that song, that's the one that, like, will reach out and touch your soul.
Yeah.
Like
Closer's coming out this year. Working on getting together with a videographer who I have in mind and who I've talked to about, know who you are, and want to conquer that mission. I'm really about to set my intentions and my a lot of my energy on bringing a lot of light to Closer. It's my favorite song.
That actually might be my favorite song, actually, by you.
You
Honestly,
know,
all your songs
it is,
are
to me, like, dude, it is, like, every time I sing it, I basically cry. And it's just, like, if I had one word to describe Closer, it's life.
Oh, dude.
Like, straight up,
exactly.
like, it is life, bro. Because no matter where you are each and every day or whatever, like, for me, Closer is, like, you know, I feel a little closer to where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
This is the shirt. Work hard,
yeah.
keep faith, and love will set you free. These shirts are going to be available. They were exclusive for the Make
I
You
got
Smile.
one.
You got the heart on the sleeve. They're pretty fucking hard.
They are hard.
I love them.
Probably one of my favorite shirts. I wore it yesterday. Actually.
Yeah. Work hard, keep faith, and love will set you free.
Yep.
That is my motto. That is what I live by. That was something that just, again, kind of got channeled in. So thank you to the angels and the gods above for bringing that down for me, because every time it's just like weird, dude. Like the spirit and the emotion of whoever's in the crowd or what I'm doing. I did the Christmas 39 North Pole thing with all these kids and stuff, and the guy who's been to Afghan like built this. He would play like on the border, like, dude, epic story. But to sum it up, like, this soldier was just sitting there in complete tears, and he was just like, yo, like, that's it. Like, that's the message. That's what I needed to hear. And, you know, that's definitely, that's my favorite song, bro. It's like, we're always, you know, just keep working and have faith, and you're getting closer to that.
Always keep that in the back.
Always keep that in the back of your mind, that you are closer, even if you don't think so. As long as you keep that love and that work and that faith, you're getting closer, bro. You're reaching one new person. Definitely. You're talking to somebody, another opportunity, and you're getting closer to where you want to be, and it's so important.
Oh, definitely. And I think that song, now that you remind me of that song, it's probably, that has been one of the songs that has helped me through some like actual like dark places. Yeah. It'll just like click in the back of my mind. I'm like, you need to listen to Closer, and I play that song, and it just instant good vibes, you know, regardless of where you're at in life, whether you're in like whether you're at the top of the world right now or you're down in the dumps. Yeah. Like that song will help you out no matter what, and it's such a fucking beautiful thing. Like I said, I know every single word to that song too. I'll be going hard in my truck or in my bathroom in the shower. Oh yeah.
I love that song.
Definitely.
How's that verse start out? I just had it in my head. It's all, feel a little closer to where I want to be. Work hard, keep faith, the love will set you free. Feel a little closer to where I want to be. Work hard, keep faith, the love will set you free. No, deep in my heart, I'm not crazy. This kind of love is contagious. Feels like it's been around for ages and ages and ages. Like that right there.
And then that last verse, that's like, I'm an old soul, I know I must keep on going, moving forward. I won't let you down, I told my father, so it's time to go, stop working harder, yeah. Feel it coming like a tidal wave, I feel it coming like a brighter day, yeah. The type of love that got you feeling lazy. You know, like, love that. Love that. I'll key that song in too. That you definitely have to actually listen
and
to.
Get ready for that on Spotify and iTunes. I do have it exclusive on SoundCloud for now.
Check that shit out.
But check that out. And I want to, the visuals on that are important to me. So.
Oh, I can see that.
That one's a big one that I got to get the message across through the visual. And visuals help a lot, and I'm working on that, so I want you to know that I am keeping the intentions on getting more visuals out this year. I'm just getting out of this crazy deep state of like the expressional part of the music. I'm going to stay in it in a sense, but I'm really trying to broaden the audience and really kind of push this to the people for them to easily take it in easier, because that's what visuals do. That's why they're so great. Definitely. So, yeah, Closer's my favorite song.
Definitely. So let's tie it all in. Any local artists or anybody that's trying to start out a rap career or starting to make music or anything like that, what are 3 tips that you would give those people?
I would say, first, I would say find find what makes you happy, find whatever style it is, find what makes you happy, and do that, and stick to that. So kind of like find your own lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you said rap, but like music's music. Look
Music,
at Billie Eilish.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, definitely.
That is
She's
a great
got some
example.
bangers out there.
So there's that. I would say the big one is set your intention. What's your why?
Yeah.
It's the biggest thing. Why are you doing what you are doing?
With anything you're doing,
yeah.
honestly.
And make that somehow good, please. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, please make it a loving thing.
I'm trying to make money, bro.
You know what I mean?
Fuck
Like,
that.
make that a great thing. And so like, it really, why should be your number one. Why are you doing it? So know why you're doing it. And honestly, like, going back to what I was saying is really like, just don't get down on yourself. Realize that it's all part of the process. You know, we all have different stories. We all have different backgrounds, and like, really embrace who you are. Really don't be afraid of showing the world who you are and owning that and making that positive in some way. You know, so take whatever it is that you've been through and don't try to make that something it's not.
Right.
Just be who you are, bro.
Yeah.
Be who you are. Your story is so beautiful. It's what have created the most beautiful heroes and historic events and moments and people in our entire world, is people that have just been true to themselves, even if it wasn't what is happening at this time right now.
Yeah.
Still believe, you know, work hard, keep faith, love will set you free.
Exactly.
Drop the mic.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, of course, tell the fam where they can find you on social media.
So, social media. It's at K-Rizz775 on Twitter, Instagram, and my Facebook. That's K-R-I-Z-Z 775.
I'll figure out how to like tag that in.
Yeah, we'll figure all this out.
Right here or something.
I have a personal website, which is www.KRizzmusic.com. You can find me on SoundCloud at K-Rizz, as well as Spotify and iTunes, K-. Make sure you get that dash in there. R-I-Z-Z. There is a couple other K-Rizzes. I've thought about changing the name and stuff because of it, but I am who I am. Exactly. I'm not changing that.
There's the K-Rizz.
That's it. And so it's like, I am me. So much love. Blessings and love to all you viewers or anybody who watched.
You guys made it this far. Thank you so much. Dude,
yeah.
Right back at you. Give that for you. Give me a hug.
And just a quick emphasis. Support this man's brand. It's going to be beautiful. I already know the things that are coming. It's going to be awesome. Undivided individuality is kind of the motto here. And just like, for anybody that's wanting to like branch out, step out, or sometimes it's even just talking to somebody about what you like to do or who you are really helps you. So if this homie hits you up and wants to do that, say yes, because it's good for everybody. So thanks for
so much.
Yeah, no, dude, it's all intertwining. It's all changing lives. So thanks, bro.
Dude, thank you.
What should we bang out with on our little outro here?
Right? Something good.
Yeah. No. It's Rizz. Yeah, let's get it. I like that feel good music. I like that feel good music. I like that feel good music. The kind you feel from a mile away. I like that feel good music. I like that feel good music. I like that feel good music. The kind you feel from a mile away. Time to let it all out. Come on, get with the groove. While your body be moving. She's so bad, she in time out. Cause she know what she doing when she.
Oh shit! Got the fancy lights.
Keep faith, love will set you free. Feel a little closer to where I wanna be. Work hard, keep faith, love will set you free. Deep in my heart, I'm not crazy. to start. You light the little star in the sky tonight. Full moon, bright sky. You light up my life. I love if I try a little closer to where I wanna be. Work hard to keep faith, but love will set you free. Feel a little closer to where I wanna be. Work hard to keep faith, and love will set you free. I'm a old soul, I know I must keep on going, moving forward. I won't let you down, I told my father, so it's time to go. Stop working harder. Feel it coming like a tidal wave. I feel it coming like a brighter day. Yeah, the type of love that got you feeling lazy. I feel a little closer to where I wanna be. Work hard, keep faith, the love will set you free. Feel a little closer to where I wanna be. Work hard, keep faith, the love will set you free. Close, little close, little close. Feel a little close, little close, little close. Feel a little close, little close, little close to where I wanna be. Keep loving your heart, keep loving your soul, and spread that around the motherfucking globe. K-Rizz.
Check him out.
It's gonna be in a movie one day, mark my words, you heard it here first.